Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to January 22, 2024. The market is in the closing auction 5 minutes ago or so. An okay day on the market apart from mining down a fair bit, 0.91%. Pretty good day for tech, up 1.5%. I won't bore you in the details of what I'm going to do in today's video. Now, in saying that, a lot to choose from. There were a lot of possibilities for the top 5 stocks of the day. However, a few of the companies that did release really intriguing, interesting announcements today along the top 5. I'm talking about Pentanet, which, by the way, is the stock of the day. Bubs, if Pentanet did not release their Appendix 4C, Bubs would have been the stock of the day. Iluka, Paladin, and Generation Development Global. Yeah, those are the stocks of the day. Many companies missed it, just missed it, including Chrysos, including Pantoro, Bell Financial, Evolution Mining, Woodside, Compumedics, Beach, I was going to include Netflix if there wasn't any interesting announcements on the ASX, because Netflix did release the results and the share price looks like it will pop up a fair bit overnight. It looks like it didn't beat expectations, but must be their projections moving forward. Anyway, so interesting day on the market today. A fair bit I could talk through, so I'm going to miss a little bit. So let's get straight into it. Looking at the ASX today, a few more minutes in the closing auction, but overall in the green, apart from mining, which had a bad day. A really good day for tech. In fact, it rose through the day. Can't say the same thing for XJO. In fact, the XJO and XAO met its peak at about 11 a.m. and then just drifted lower through the rest of the day. Now let's have a look at the best and worst performing sectors. Yeah, IT, a brilliant day for IT. That's sort of interesting. I actually wouldn't have expected that because when you do have a look at what happened in Wall Street overnight, Dow Jones had a better day than NASDAQ. So Dow Jones up 1.24%, NASDAQ up 0.58%. So I actually did expect the overall market to have a better day than tech, but tech had a really good day today. IT up 2.36%. Industrials, utilities had a pretty good day. So it looks like utilities had a bad day yesterday, a nice little rebound today. Financials, another good day as well. And real estate, yeah, up 0.83%. And on the downside, materials, telecommunication, energy, all down by more than 0.2%. I'm going to ignore healthcare. I would say that's just relatively flat. Gold had a pretty good day. So even though materials and mining had a bad day, gold had a good day. So you sometimes see that. You sometimes see gold having a really good day when mining bad day and vice versa. Banks had a good day as well. So banks still on a tear. I'm going to just have a quick look at the ASX 20 because it was down 0.02%. So why is the ASX 20 down when the overall market is up? Well, mining and energy. So we have BHP, Rio Tinto, Fortescue. I'm assuming iron ore was pretty weak and we have seen a fall in that particular commodity. So let's confirm that by looking at the ASX 20. It was up for most of the day and then fell away in the last few hours. I'd say probably 12 up, 8 down. I should just retire right now. Got it right, 12 up, 8 down. You're probably wondering why I said 12 up, 8 down when it was down. That's because some of the bigger mining companies, BHP, they're probably down and there's a little bit more weighting to those companies. So that's what I expect to see here. If we just have a look at the market cap of the companies, yeah, we have BHP down 2.14%, CSL down a fair bit as well, 0.84%. So even though CBA, NAB, Westpac, Macquarie, ANZ all up, they're up by a little bit less than BHP. So BHP, Fortescue was a bit of a drag on the overall market today. Sort of makes sense. And then we can say Woodside, bit of a drag as well. Telstra, Rio Tinto, even Aristocrat and Transurban fell a fair bit. Not Transurban, only down 0.29, but the other companies actually did fall a fair bit. So even though banks had a good day, Goodman Group had a good day, those companies that had a bad day today really dragged down the market because their performance was a little bit worse than the good performance, if that makes sense. Probably does make sense. Okay, let's turn our attention to the top gainers today. And I'm hoping to see some companies at the top of the list here. No surprise, the top gainer today is Pentanet. By the way, Pentanet is the stock of the day for obvious reasons, 73%. Released their Appendix 4C this morning. In fact, it may have been the first announcement or price-sensitive announcement of the day. I'm just going to confirm it. I have a feeling it was. Have a feeling it was the first price-sensitive announcement of the day. And typically, this company releases their Appendix 4C towards the end of the month, so the last day or the second last day. And when I saw it in the announcement section of ComSec, my first thoughts were, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I can just imagine the management of this company getting the numbers back maybe a week ago, maybe yesterday, and just thinking, we have to get this out to the market right now. So it wasn't the first announcement of the day. That was Pacific Edge, but it was near enough the first announcement of the day. And I just think management knew it was going to be well received by the market and just had to get out. It was a cash flow positive quarter, first cash flow positive quarter for Pentanet. Maybe not ever, but definitely one for a while. And the share price of this particular company was in a pretty big downtrend. Here is the chart. It's been a downtrend for a while, and this could be the bragger. This could be the turning point for the company, and all it can take is one powerful announcement like this one. They did release an NVIDIA relationship announcement back in March. That's not a powerful announcement, in my opinion. That's why the share price popped up on that day and then fell away. This is sort of an announcement that can be sustainable for the long term, particularly if next quarter, this current quarter, they back up this good quarter with another really good quarter. That could really set the share price soaring higher. Okay, so pretty good day for Pentanet. Share price has pulled back a little bit, which is understandable because many shareholders have bought at higher prices. By the way, we've just gone through the closing auction. So let's have a look to see where Pentanet finished the day. 5 cents. I am thinking if the share price pulls back to, say, 4.5 cents, I've already bought some shares, but if it pulls back tomorrow, I will buy some more shares in the mid-4s. Yeah, definitely in the mid-4s. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that. All right, we'll wait and see tomorrow. Okay, so Pentanet, the best performing company today. Bubs. I'll talk about Bubs later in the video. If Pentanet didn't release their Appendix 4C, Bubs would have been the stock of the day. So up 19.9% on their quarter report. And again, it was a pretty good quarterly report and surprised me. Maybe surprised the market as well. By the way, Pentanet has a market cap of only 22.5 million. So yeah, 22.5. I don't think I've actually mentioned that in the standalone video, the stock of the day video. They don't have a large market cap. So probably the other thing I should mention with Pentanet, because they are now operating cash flow and free cash flow positive with a fairly low valuation, this could be a takeover target. Just putting it out there, could be a takeover target. Apart from Bubs, anything of note else here? Somnomed, a Biome, that was a recommendation from someone. It was in my emails. Biome, someone started coverage of Biome. It was in my email list. And maybe that's why Biome was up 15.89%. Orthocell up 15.4%. This is another company I'm trading. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chart for both of those. Biome was a pretty good day. Not the sort of movement, if it is on the back of this initiating coverage, not the sort of thing that would get me excited, but the share price has bounced off 44 cents a few weeks ago, which is a pretty nice little support level. Pretty good volume coming in as well. And Orthocell, I don't think this company will release anything today. It's just there's a lot of interest in this company, and that's why the share price can rise a significant amount in a day, or it could fall a significant amount in a day. I'm just going to verify they didn't release anything today. They could release something later in the day that I missed. You know, they did release something today. Yes, at 8:58 a.m. But you'll notice strong sales drives acceleration of rent-plug global expansion. You notice it's not marked price sensitive. Okay, so if this announcement drove the share price up 15.8%, do you think it's market or price sensitive or not? So I missed this one because I only look at market sensitive announcements because I assume most price sensitive announcements should be marked price sensitive. Now, it can be a wrong assumption at times, as we have seen with Orthocell. So I completely missed this. I had no idea they released an announcement today. So I have a look at this particular, actually, we can do it now. 3 pages long. Let's see what they say. I've got to do this fairly quickly. I'm trying to look for any sort of numbers here. I'm not seeing any big numbers. Yeah, there's nothing here. Yeah. Outstanding early sales growth for Rempler, but I'm not seeing any numbers at this point in time. Okay, so I'm going to have to go through this with a finer comb to see what they're talking about. Anyway, so that may have driven the share price of Orthocell up today. And again, if it did drive the share price up 15.8%, it should have been marked price sensitive. And I would have done anything about it. I wouldn't have bought more, but it's not the sort of announcement that would drive me to buy more. But anyway, that's Orthocell. And Spectre did release their Appendix for sale, but I'm not going to talk about it. Very low turnover, and markup is fairly small. And I'm still waiting. I've been waiting for this company to reach that inflection point for probably 5 years now, and I'm still waiting. And as I wait, the share price just drifts lower, and it keeps on drifting lower. So there's no real reason to talk about Spectre in today's video. It's just a bit of noise, in my opinion. Okay, top companies top gainers by market cap. We have Paladin. Okay, Paladin is in my top 5 stocks, so we'll talk about that company later. We have talk about Uranium being on a bit of a burst today. So Paladin, Silex, Deep Yellow, Lost Energy, or Uranium Company. So obviously, Uranium had a good day, and maybe I should not have included Paladin because maybe the share price rose simply because of Uranium. Now, just confirm, we do have Uranium here. And nothing of note. Maybe there's something in the ether that I just missed. Maybe something in the ether that the Sprott physical uranium has missed. Or maybe the share price of these companies are up because Paladin raised their Appendix 5B. And I liked it. We also saw Lotus up too. And Genus Plus up. This could be a breakout. Okay, I'm going to look at BrainChip first because share price up 14%. I'm wondering if the share price has pulled back. Yeah, this is a beautiful pullback to the short-term moving average channel. A beautiful pullback there. And then we started to see it sort of turn over. So we didn't see any selling pressure once it got to 32 cents, and it's taken off today. This could be an opportunity over the next few days, or maybe tomorrow morning to buy. It wouldn't be surprising if BrainChip opens at a gap. There's going to be a gap on the opening tomorrow just because of what we've seen today. So good volume coming through as well. This could be just a trading opportunity for BrainChip. And the other one is Genus Plus. Now, this could be interesting because I've been waiting for a while. I am trading Genus Plus right now. And I've been waiting for the share price of this company to break above a certain level. And with the share price up 6% today, there's a possibility it has done that. And it has done that. So up to 280. So 270 was that level for Genus Plus. And I've been waiting for that breakout for a while now. I suppose not that long. It's been like 4 months. But it's hit 270 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the past. You can see it really tried back in November, but there was just a little bit too much selling pressure. Today, we have seen share price go up a fair bit. 6% on okay volume, pretty good volume. So this could be the breakout for Genus Plus. And this could be confirmation share price is still in a beautiful uptrend. And Doug, we've been talking about Doug. In fact, yesterday I did get at least one comment about Doug, I think. Yeah, there we go. From Dojo Mean Garden, Doug looking good down the hill and up the ramp. And also 8 months ago, hey Kneppy, what are your thoughts on Doug? Which I might have answered because I did like it. Let's have a look at Doug because I did notice the share price went up a lot yesterday. And I was actually thinking the same thing like BrainChip. This could be a nice little short-term trade because a really good day yesterday. And you'll notice the share price there wasn't a V-shaped recovery. You notice the share price, there was no sharp recovery. The share price sort of rounded around. There's like a rounded bottom here. I do like these rounded bottoms. I'm not sure if that's any sort of a signature or anything, if it's any signal, or what do you call it? Whatever they look in technical analysis. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling on now. But I did notice that Doug was up a fair bit yesterday, thanks to that comment, up 8.33%. It also triggered in my top gainers, I believe. And I was just thinking this could be get in on open the next day. And if you did that, you did pretty well today, up another 8%. So maybe this is a turnaround for Doug Technology. Thank you, Dojo Mean Garden. I hope you do have a mean garden. Yes, another pretty good day for Doug. And there's another uranium company, Peninsula. And anything else here? Oh, EZZ had a pretty good day, up 7.3%. Should I have a look at a chart for EZZ? Yes. Let's have a look at the chart for EZZ. Oh, there's a lot to. I actually do like a lot of these companies in this top gainer lists. And yeah, I'm not. A pretty negative day 2 days ago on Monday. Share price dropped 6.2% and fell below 240, which is an important level for this company. Down a little bit yesterday, up today, but share price did get to 240 and then pull back. So this is just testing the breakdown of the share price. So I am not that keen with EZZ right now, just based off the chart. I do own some shares in this company, but there is, I think, definitely an argument that this company is cheap right now. But I'm just waiting for a bit of a signal when it comes to the chart to add to my position. That's what I'm waiting for now, to add. I'm not going to sell my shares, but I'm looking to add to my position. And I'm not getting a signal just yet, even after today. And yeah, people in. Struggled to get above $1, fell away and up again today. Okay, let's have a look at the top losers. Bunch of losers. Nothing of note, nothing of note, nothing of note. Nothing of note. There's nothing here. Alf Abs. It's a new listing, down 11.63%. I'm going to have a quick look at that one. AAL. There's a few recent listings or IPOs I need to have a closer look at. So this chart actually looks really good. I like this chart. Is this pullback a buy the dip situation? Possibly. I do like this chart, but I want to delve a little bit more deeper into the company. I'm just going to put this on my list. We saw, and the reason I'm saying that is the 25-day moving average, which is this black line, is acting as a support level. We've seen the share price hit that line on moving average a few times in the past few months, and where it does, the share price takes off. Now, this sort of day could be negative, but we did see a little bit of buying during the day. When, in fact, let's have a look at the 5-minute chart, if we have enough liquidity for that. Oh, actually, most of the selling was at about 11, and the share price didn't really respond. Yeah, there's not a lot of liquidity for Alf Abs. I think they're mining services. I could be wrong. Mining services. Yeah, that's all I know, and I could be wrong. You know, they had a bad day. Alf Abs, Cosol. Oh, Cosol. This is one I was trading, and I was thinking, oh, share price looked like it was turning around. Get above $1 again. So it hit, we had a moving average crossover back in late December. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I should go back to trading this. And then look what happened today. Yeah, there's no trend at this point right now for Cosol. If anything, it's trend downwards. Okay, that's about it. So nothing of note here in terms of companies releasing announcements. I might have missed one or two. But let's have a look at top losers by market cap. I expect to see Iluka at the top or near the top. Yeah, there we go. And the reason I say that is because I did know they did release their quarterly, and I do know the share price was down a fair bit. I had a look to see how the market reacted because I wasn't sure, but down 7.43%. And what I see? Up and down. Demeric's down again. This is interesting. So I am trading Demeric's. It's had a couple of down days in a row. And are we heading towards a buy the dip situation? Maybe. Yeah, so share price has dived 3 days in a row, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the share price turn back up as it hits the 25-day moving average. So a possible buy the dip situation for Dimerics. Always going to your comment section. Phoenix. If Phoenix gets to 24 cents, I will buy. I've mentioned that maybe a few times in the past. It's been very close for a few times. This is probably one of the few mining companies I'd be willing to buy. So it got very close, got to 25 cents and 24.5 cents back in November. Did get to 24 cents in September, but I wanted to see the share price get below 24 cents. I was being a little bit selfish. Well, maybe not selfish, but being a little bit conservative at that point. So I just want to see if the share price can get to 24 cents, and I'll buy some shares for the longer term when it comes to Phoenix. It's one of the only mining companies I'm willing to own for the longer term because I do think that there is potential for future growth, and they have diversified their revenue stream as well. Okay, and that's about it. So nothing much on the downside, nothing much negative. MTM Criticals. Let's have a look at a quick chart for this one because this is a popular company I've noticed. MTM Criticals. Oh, and I've done a lot of charting with this one. So there was an uptrend that's broken, and there is a bit of support at 22 cents. It doesn't want to fall below 22 cents. That would be negative. So we'll see if that happens. We need to see share price bounce now. That's what we want to see for MTM criticals. And that's it. Okay, let's have a look. Actually, before we have a look at the top 5 stocks of the day, I'm just going to go through a few other companies that did not make it. The first one is Bravura. And the share price was down, what was it, down 5% yesterday, 6.17% yesterday. I thought it was just noise, but then I had a look at the chart and I noticed that share price gapped down. And a lot of times when a share price gaps down, either there was something negative released or the company went ex-dividend. You can see a bit of a gap down yesterday. Yeah, it was a gap down. Yep, definitely gap down. And I was thinking, oh, what happened? By the way, I'm trading this company, so maybe I should know what's happening. They had a return of capital. So they went ex, not dividend, but they went ex return, or they went ex capital yesterday, and that capital was 16 cents, I believe. I could be wrong there. They don't have it here. I have to have a look at the announcement. Return of capital details. And I believe it was 16.3 cents. And the share price dropped. What did it drop? It dropped 14 cents. Yeah. So I was being a little bit not negative, but I was thinking, oh, why did the share price drop? Return of capital. So really, it was no loss to me because don't forget, dividends or return of capitals aren't free. You're going to see a likewise drop in the share price of that company when it goes ex-dividend. Dividends are not free. I don't know. I think some people don't know that. They think dividends you just get it and the share price doesn't drop. Anyway, so that's why Bravura dropped. There was another company that did release their Appendix 4C last night, a company called Scalari Partners Holding. I did find something interesting with, it's not here. That's terrible. Comsec, you're stupid. SCP, Scalari Partners. Here it is, 21st at 4:41 p.m. This is a recent listing. Yeah, didn't know that. I think it's a relisting. This is Australia's first listed tech accelerator. Don't know what that means. Well, I sort of know what that means. They try to help tech companies to accelerate their growth. Well supported 4.3 million capital raise. Successfully launched tech-ready women programs in Queensland. Anyway, so maybe if you love tech companies, maybe this is the company for you. Yeah, here we go. A leading technology accelerator releases its first quality test report for the period. So this is, and if I remember correctly, I went through this not fairly quickly, and they did mention something about, they listed on the ASX as a first early stage technology accelerator, but they mentioned somewhere in this announcement it was a relisting. So there must have been something else, and they relisted, or maybe they were a shell, and now they're as an early stage technology accelerator. So I have put this company into my IPO watch lists. So that's Scalari Partners. A few other companies released interesting things, including Regal's Partners. They released their funds under management. Just want to see how the market reacted. Up nothing, so we can move on. I mentioned Netflix released their results. Another company called Agilicis, also in America, released their results, but I can move on. Evolution Mining, Woodside, MetalsX, Beach Energy all released their quarterly activities. Evolution Mining, if anything, was my favorite of the lot. Let's have a look. Evolution Mining. And the share price, beautiful looking chart, and share price up 4.1% today. I don't know how MetalX performed. Let's have a look. Yeah, up slightly. And Beach Energy looks pretty good as well. I didn't mind this one. And Beach Energy is, there's a bit of selling today. Interesting candlestick. That's actually a fairly bearish candlestick. And the reason I say that is if you look at the 5-minute chart, the share price, obviously someone like me thought it was pretty good and bought on open, and the share price just tanked within the next 20 minutes. So someone was fooled, and I'm glad it was not me. Other companies, Bell Financial announced a deal with Macquarie. Bell Financial share price flat. Bell Financial grows online broking after agreement with Macquarie. I thought the share price was up a fair bit on open. Let's see if the share price pulled back. Well, that's 5 minutes, but there was a bit of a, yeah, look at that chart. Yeah, there we go. It's just updated. Makes sense. Time is now 3:30 p.m. and trading view is delayed by 20 minutes, which means 3:10 p.m., which means, yeah, just include the close. So there was a bit of selling on during the closing auction. So in fact, a negative day for Bill. It looked pretty good, but chart still looks okay. We don't want to see more selling. I don't know why anyone would be selling this after this news. They do mention it was earnings accretive. And a few other companies. Priceless Corporation released their Appendix 4C, but share price up 5%. I wasn't that thrilled with it. And the reason I say that is because of the valuation of this company. If this company had a valuation of $5, I probably would have bought the whole company today, but it's not. And Spectre, yeah, Spectre, I don't even have to talk about this one. It's up a little bit. It's just probably noise. Oh, and West African Resources and Pointerra. I forgot about those two companies. A pretty good report from West African. And I doubt the share price is up, by the way. Probably up a little bit. Oh, and it should be up because gold had a good day. And Pointerra as well, another gold company. Share price flat. Okay, at 10 cents. Okay, let's turn our attention to the top 5 stocks of the day. Starting with GDG, Generation Development Group, share price up 5.17% on the back of their December quarter update. By the way, the chart looks brilliant, a beautiful looking chart for this company. Acceleration in their funds under management, seems like, or the closing funds under management. I'm not sure what the difference between closing funds under management and just funds under management. CAGR of 27% per year over the last 5 years. But there seems to be a bit of acceleration in the last year, maybe because of an acquisition. I actually don't know. But I went from 2.9 billion to 3.8 billion. And I'm surprised I didn't mention that. But 31% increase in this particular year. Annual sales and net inflows all looking pretty good. Gross inflows 61% higher. Sales inflows 250 million. Net inflows 194 million. That's for the quarter. And for the year, 812 million. Yep, 812 million, just making sure it does line up. So there is a chance that maybe they made an acquisition. And we get a message from Grant, just talking about swimming, how to swim, how to do freestyle over 1,500 meters. I am joking, of course, but I'm pretty sure that is the same Grant Hackett. I'm pretty sure it's the swimmer. Now, I did not go through this at all, but yeah, it just seems like things are moving in the right direction. Maybe Grant Hackett is doing an absolutely amazing job. Talking about debt maturities, I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about this company, but this seemed like a really good report from what I looked at. And then you get the chart. GDG chart looks brilliant. This is an absolutely stunning chart since about the middle of 2023. Share price has gone from $1.40 to $4.27. So the share price has tripled in a fairly short period of time. Nothing to complain about this chart at all. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. Yeah, it's really accelerated the last year. In fact, look at the massive increase in volume from about June. Yeah, the volume has just expanded wildly since June. So there could be an occasion where fund managers or other fund managers are buying Generation Development Group. So that's coming in number 5. We have that company, or that fundy, run by Grant Hackett, swimming legend of Australia. 4, we have Paladin. Now, I'm a little bit now wondering if I should have Paladin in this list. I saw the share price up about 9%. I thought, oh, it's obviously reacting to their quarterly. So I thought, oh, that's an obvious top 5 stocks. But then all the other uranium companies are up, so maybe not. Or maybe the other uranium companies are up because of Paladin Energy. I don't know. Something might be happening out there. One thing I could check is trading economics. Let's see if there's any uranium stuff here. No, China stocks drop on Trump tariff threat. Counterinflation unexpectedly falls. Okay, so talking about inflation throughout the world. Mexican peso approaches record low on tariff threats. And let's have a look at Capital Reef, just seeing if there's anything about uranium here. I could just Google it. Live 360 and NextDC lead tech sector surge. I'm happy with that because here we go. Boss Energy Paladin lead Uranium rally as Canada tariffs loom. So this is about Canada tariffs. Paladin shares were boosted after uranium. Yeah, okay. 25% tariffs on Canada, which is rating to be the world's biggest uranium supplier. So really, uranium companies up because of the threat of tariffs on Canada? Yeah, I'm not sure if I really see that. Anyway, so let's have a look at Paladin, and the reason why I thought the share price rallied today, and it was just really to do with the cash flow. Well, I suppose cash flow and activities, they've reaffirmed their production guidance. So I suppose that can be a good thing. Usually, you don't really see their share price rally if that actually does happen. So production for the quarter was in line with management expectations. So it's not like this is an upgrade or anything. I suppose it's not a downgrade, but it's not an upgrade. But I like what I see. Company has a high valuation, by the way. And when I say high valuation, we are talking about, is it 2 point something billion? Or was it 1 billion? Oh, 3.67 billion. I was way off. 3.67 billion. So this company does have to generate a lot of money to justify the sort of markup, but they're starting in the right direction. Receipts to customers 79.9 million. And you notice the operating cash flow is 43.3 million. So some nice margins there. When you have receipts of 79.9 and operating cash flow is 43.3. So moving in the right direction. The other thing to pay attention to is any sort of spending in investing activities. So not a lot there. Capital expenditure 5.2, exploration and valuation 11.8. There's some sort of investments, acquisitions, but if you take away property, plant, equipment, and exploration, this company was free cash flow positive as well. So if you do see uranium prices going through the roof, Paladin will be one of those companies that will benefit from that. Okay, let's have a look at the chart for Paladin. This is where it becomes a little bit more subjective, I suppose. That's the weekly chart. So even the weekly chart doesn't look that positive. Now, this is the daily chart, and you could see positive signs here. Share price dipped a fair bit back in November, down 28.9%, and it has recovered. Maybe the share price is starting to move into an uptrend. So maybe the bottom has been reached. But again, it all has to do with uranium prices. If uranium prices go on a tear, then these companies will benefit. And the big word there is, the most important word there is if. Uranium prices could fall off a cliff and Paladin Energy could go down with it. Anyway, so Paladin Energy, a pretty good quarter, I think. Seems like it was a good quarter, but maybe those Canada tariffs is the reason why this company share price is up, which will be strange to me. Iluka Resources. This is mineral sands. I'm pretty sure it's mineral sands. Share price down 7%. Released their quarterly review today. I actually did go through this one fairly quickly, talking about zircon. Yeah, definitely mineral sands, because they're talking about zircon, talking about all these little numbers, heaps of numbers here. The one thing I noticed going through this, I think was, where did I see it? Here, this section here. 4-year selected financials, so mineral sands, rare earths, and group, and I paid particular attention to free cash flow. And it's just negative. It's all negative numbers here. So mineral sands, both in financial year 23 and 24, negative. Rare earths, negative. And the group, negative. And I was thinking, this company is free cash flow negative for the last 2 years. So not good. I don't know how to really track mineral sands prices. They should talk about here, but definitely zircon and rutile, synthetic rutile. So those mineral sands are fairly important for this particular company. But I noticed when trading began this morning, I had a quick look at Iluka because I wanted to see how the market reacted to this. So I wasn't quite sure. My initial impressions were a little bit negative, but I wasn't quite sure. And when I saw the share price was down 7%, I went, yeah, the market didn't like it at all. And last of all, the chart, Iluka. And the chart it's a pretty ugly looking chart at this point in time. Maybe you could say there's a bit of support at 480. The reason I say that is the share price has bounced off 480 3 times in the past 2 months. So 6th of December, 20th of December, share price went a bit of a run, and then also today. So it does look like 480 is a support level, but I think there's a chance share price will fall below that level. If you have a look at the weekly chart too, try to see how much the share price has dropped. Yeah, this is a cyclical looking chart. Iluka. So if the share price gets to, say, $3, that could be interesting. We could be talking about COVID-19 lows for Iluka. Definitely not a high-quality company, by the way. It's a mining company. I very rarely say mining companies are high quality. Bubs. Yeah, Bubs. Unfortunate day to release their Appendix 4C. Share price up 22.45%. You would have been stock of the day any other day, most likely. Or maybe not. Because the other day, Pointerra released their Appendix 4C, and that was a pretty awesome one as well. I will be honest, I saw it. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look when they usually release their Appendix 4C. So in October, they released it on the last day, on the 31st. In July, they released it on the 29th. And in April, they released it on the 30th. And last January, they released it on the 31st. So they have released it a little bit earlier this particular quarter. And that does point out that it could be positive, okay? And, well, the share price is up 22.45%. So we know it's positive because the market has reacted quite well to it. I will be honest, I was a little bit surprised by this. I did not expect to see what I saw. And that is this. I expected the company to be remaining operating cash flow negative, but they were operating cash flow positive by almost $4 million. Now, the receipts of customers we didn't see a massive increase in receipts of customers. In fact, let's have a look at the receipts history for Bubs. Let's do it. There's Pentanet, by the way. I do like this receipts history for Pentanet. And this is Bubs. So not a record quarter for Bubs. In fact, that happened in 2022. But we have seen a bit of more lumpiness than what we saw Pentanet. But definitely the last 7 quarters, the trend is up. 2 quarters ago, fairly similar receipts. So they must have decreased their spending. So what we could do right now is open up their July Appendix 4C or their June quarter Appendix 4C because they had similar receipts, and we compare the spending. Where have they cut costs? Let's have a look. What I'll do is I'll put July 1st. So fairly similar receipts. Product manufacturing costs down. Advertising costs down. Staff costs down. Oh, administration costs down a lot. Administration and corporate costs went from 4.5 million to 2.2 million. So they cut that in half. So they have decreased their spending in a lot of these areas. And that means the company has gone from being operating cash flow negative 3.6 million to operating cash flow positive $4 million. Good thing, Bubs. Moving in the right direction, in my opinion. If we go back to some of their commentary, they're talking about being positive or EBITDA positive, 2.9 million for the first half year. That's a pretty big turnaround, which last or previous corresponding period was an EBITDA loss of 6.8 million. Operating cash flow, we already know that. Operating cash flow negative $13 million in the previous corresponding period, $13 million negative in the previous corresponding period. So things to like here, gross profit margin of 48%, up from 38%. I do like that as well. Maybe there's a few other things I don't know about this company, talking about how they're performing in USA. They do mention something here about that. They also reaffirmed outlook guidance of $102 million in revenue, gross margins above 40%. Hopefully they at the higher end of the 40% range, or 40 to 50%. And EBITDA break even. Does seem like they are moving in the right direction. They also give us the quarterly net operating cash flow history for the last 3 years. Positive, first positive quarter for the company. And that's all I really looked at. They do talk about USA here, but quarterly scan sales sort of reached its zenith, its peak, looks like, according to this, although tin sales are still going up. So anyway, share price was relatively flat today. When I say flat, I don't mean from yesterday. I mean the share price opened up 10 or 11 cents, went to high of 13 cents, and was sort of trading between about 11.5 and 12.5 cents for most of the day. So no significant reaction through the day, but no drop off in the share price. And the share price has reached or has gone above 10 cents, which is an important level. So let's have a look at the chart for Bubs, Australia. The markup of this company is now $100 million. This is the weekly chart. downtrend for a while. And if we have a look at the daily chart, is this a breakout? Oh, really big volume coming through today. The problem with Bubs is the share price was at these levels not that long ago. So there will be a fair bit of resistance. It's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts over the next few days. I wouldn't be surprised to see share price pull back if we don't get the buyers coming in. We need to see buyers coming in. Maybe someone has not, or some investor has not seen these results just yet, and they will be excited tomorrow. That's what we need to see, because I do feel or think that there will be a little bit of selling pressure because the share price has been significantly higher previous to this. And that's the problem about share price being in a downtrend. You're going to have natural resistance of shareholders just wanting to get out of a dog stock. Even if the company is not a dog stock, investors will think it's a dog stock because the share price has fallen from when they bought. From whence they bought. Oh, I should say that. From whence they bought. And the stock of the day, I suppose I should mention it, is Pentanet. Share price did drop. So the high today was 6 cents, dropped to 5 cents. It's a pretty good update. There's a reason why the share price is up 67%. I think I did mention if the share price drops to say 4.5, that sort of range, I might add to my position. So watch out for my stock of the day video, which I should be doing or releasing a few hours after this one, unless you're watching this video 6 years in advance. But anyway, a few comments I'll just mention here. Dykesy has mentioned why Smartpay's share price has been dropping, talking about government trying to take out surcharges. That could go through. I'd say it's a high chance it's going to go through. But if it doesn't go through, there's an opportunity that the market has overreacted. And if it does go through, there's still an opportunity the market is overreacting when it comes to Smartpay. But the way I'm treating, or the way I'm viewing Smartpay, is I'm just going to wait until the trend changes, until sentiment shifts positive, because I don't know how long this is going to go on for. And again, if news does come out about surcharges, like it's confirmed, then there's a chance share price of Smartpays will drop a fair bit. CJ Smythe says Pacific Edge, ticker PED, share price up a little bit. They released their quarterly volumes. I had a really quick look at that, but because of the share price or the chart problems with this company and negative sentiment, I didn't really linger too long. But CJ Smythe does mention here, signed a commercial contracting agreement with Blue Cross Blue Shield for CX Bladder. Problem with that, it's no longer supported by Medicaid or whatever it's called, Mediaid, Medicare. Seems to be going unnoticed as stock has been smashed. Yes, it has, regarding Medicare withdrawal, which will most likely be overturned. Okay, so CJ Smythe believes this will be overturned. I have no idea. Not an expert whether on this matter. I have no idea if it's going to be overturned. If it is overturned, overreaction from the market. But the market knows this is a risk, and that's why. And the market doesn't like risk. That's why the share price has pulled back. Anyway, 35 million in the bank. Could be a U-shaped recovery. This is another one where you could just look at the chart. Just use the chart as your guide. And you will see a turnaround in the chart. And if there's not a turnaround, then you won't see it. So you won't get caught holding shares in a company that is dropping. Albert Hogan is talking about Pointerra. Pretty good day a few days ago. I think even yesterday was a pretty good day. This is 16 hours ago, so we're not talking about today. So share price did get up to 9.6 cents and lost a bit of steam in the last 2 hours. I'd say that's a little bit of profit taking, that sort of thing. Let's have a look at Pointerra today. Has the share price pulled back? Well, no. Up 16.5%, up to 9.2. Let's have a look at the chart for Pointerra. This is my favorite type of announcement for a reason. It's the most powerful type of announcement because this sort of announcement, like a really good pennies for seed, can be company changing. There is a possibility this is company changing for Pointerra. It's not like this other announcement we saw back in August 2023 or this one back in July, or maybe that was. I'm going to go back to 12th of July 2024. What caused that rally in the share price for Pointerra? 12th of July 2024. It was a presentation, corporate presentation. Okay, so yeah. So this is a way more powerful type of announcement because it's financially driven. This could be the inflection point for Pointerra. And that's why the market is excited right now. that's why massive volume is coming through. Sure, there's probably some day traders in it, but this could be the breakout. This could be it for Pointerra. This could be the change in sentiment, the change in trend of the share price. In fact, I think this is looking really good right now. I just don't like how it's accelerated really quickly. It just keeps on going up. I want a bit of a breather. I want the share price to go sideways for a few days, but a really good few days of trading for Pointerra. I've got to give it that. By the way, I am trading this. Actually, I'm not trading it, to be honest. I'm holding some shares in this company. I mentioned I only own 2 storage stocks, and that was Pointerra, and there was another one which I've sold, but I also own Clarity Pharmaceuticals, which is a storage stock. It's not a true storage stock because at least they're selling something. And the reason I didn't sell Pointerra is I just knew that inflection point could happen at any quarter. So I thought I'm going to maintain a holding, and I think the inflection point will see the share price rally, and it has. Its share price has rallied. In fact, the share price is up almost 100% since the release of their Appendix 4C. The share price will struggle to get above 10 cents. I do think that, but yeah, this is a really positive looking chart for Pointerra. In Braham at Sabo, talking about Liontown, $1.7 billion for a company who has $700 million debt and is producing lithium at above ASIC. Well, hopefully they're producing lithium above the all-in sustaining cost, because if they're not, there's no point producing lithium. Every single mining company hopes to produce the stuff they're mining of at a higher price than what they're spending to get it out of the ground. So that's, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Oh, well, you're saying it's far-fetched. Producing lithium at above ASIC seems a bit far-fetched. Well, they are operating cash flow positive, so there is signs there. I didn't have a close look at it, but there are signs that they are producing lithium above all-in sustaining cost. And if they are, and I'm going to emphasize the word if they are, and I want to emphasize that as well, and lithium goes on a tear, then this is an interesting company, even though they are or have a high markup and they have high debt. I'm only saying that if. There's an if and N there, if. Anyway, so that's Liontown. Happy Now is kept up at night by lithium. Isn't lithium some sort of, isn't lithium used as a medicine to treat bipolar disorder? Okay, some other mental illnesses. Okay. I knew it was used by something. Funny enough, I used to have a girlfriend who had bipolar, and I used to live with someone, a roommate who had bipolar, at the same time. So I had a girlfriend, and I was living with someone who had bipolar. That was a really interesting few years. And that's where I'm going to end this particular video, with that memory in my mind. A great time. I learned a lot during those years. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Don't forget, Stock of the Day, Pentanet, I'll release that tonight, and also a video on an ETF. Look out for that video. I'll probably release that on Thursday morning. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.